Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be talking about transit Venus conjunct one's natal Mercury. We're talking about transits that involve Venus. It can involve love, enjoying things, enjoyment, valuing, and also matters connected with self-worth. Now, when we have this transit of Venus conjoining one's natal Mercury, this could be about loving, enjoying, valuing one's communication, and it might be tied into one's self-worth. It could be, whether if it's in Scorpio, it could be very incisive communication. Gemini could be talking about manifold subjects. And also, it's about how we love to assimilate information as well and tie it into our self-worth and how we feel about ourselves. And these are things, Mercury-related things we may value at this time. It could be about putting more value in your short journeys. Um, it could be also, if it's in Pisces, they might be convoluted short journeys. For example, but I'm being somewhat flippant with that. But anyway, it also matters with local transportation as well, and say vehicles. I mean, yeah, it could be in matters of whether it's trying to save. Local transportation is something that might be more valued at this time than usual, whether you're going by car or you're going somewhere by train or taking a bus. These are things that might have a little bit more significance in your life at this time for whatever reason as opposed to previously. Now, Mercury is also associated with siblings, cousins, and neighbors. And this could be the time perhaps where you might have more enjoyment with those people, more so than usual. You may value your connection, your relationship with those people at this time. Say if this is in Libra, it could be really a more of a peaceful, valuing perhaps a very peaceful connection. Taurus, it could be a very stable and peaceful one. And also too, you're looking at this as well. And as far as this transit goes, remember, anatomically speaking, Mercury can be connected with the hands, the arms, the nerves, lungs, and breathing. So this is a time too where, for whatever reasons, this is about could be about valuing these things more so than usual, these parts of the body and things that are physically related to Mercury. Uh, it could be whether you saw something on TV or read something about people having trouble breathing, for example, or maybe you're coming off some, might be some injury to the hands or to the arms, for example. This could be, especially, let's say if you have this in your first or your sixth house in your natal chart. The first house, of course, is associated with the physical body. The sixth house can be connected with physical illnesses, debilitations. And say if this was in Aquarius, it might have been something, you know, with the hands themselves that could have been like nerve related or some kind of very erratic or sporadic type of pain. Taurus could be a little more persistent. And Capricorn, it could be something with the bones in those in the hands or in the arms. And maybe some people may be just getting back from I don't know, maybe surgery or some injury connected with the hands or the arms, for example. And it's something that you might value as far as the ability to use those parts of the body at this time. And also, too, Mercury is associated with analysis. So these are things that you might enjoy a little bit more so than usual. If you have this in Virgo, say, it could be about the enjoyment of extrapolating data, perhaps, and being detail oriented. Um, it could be just, Venus is about not just our love in our life, but things we enjoy that we may be enamored with. This could be something too where we put much love and as far as our mobility, another way to look at this, I'm sorry, This could be about being enamored with communications at this time too. And say if this is an Aquarius as an example, it could be very bizarre or unorthodox, unconventional communications. In Sagittarius, it could be with foreigners and very expansive and exuberant communications at this time. And at this time as well, I would say since Mercury is connected with speaking, it could manifest in being articulate, might come across as being more attractive at this time, being more cerebral. If it's in Gemini, it could be talking about a wide divergence of subjects and being mentally versatile. Um, this is in Aries as an example. It could be about having very pioneering thoughts, being very direct in your speech. And let's say Virgo, Virgo might be a little bit pedantic though, but it can be very analytical. Um, but anyway, another thing is that this is about we're talking about Venus and Mercury. This could be about our self-worth, could be tied in with our thinking, and in some cases it could be, say if it's in Capricorn, it could be tied in with improving one's stature in life, their social status, how they stack up against others, career-related matters, and the self-worth and self-esteem and how one feels about oneself can be really maybe dominating the thoughts at this time more so than usual. Um, and also the thinking might be a little bit pessimistic if this is in Capricorn, and that might be connected with one's self-worth at this time. Now, another thing is that remember, again, going back to Mercury being associated with analysis, what I want to actually say is that Mercury could be associated with news. This could be something where you might receive some news, so to speak, about something that is Venus related, whether it's something of a monetary nature, it could be some kind of possessions, some cases it might be a legal settlement, or even something connected with Venus anatomically, such as the throat, the neck, the thyroid, a kidney, the lower back. If you had been to the doctors and you were trying to wait on some prognosis on something over one of those matters, this could be the time where you might receive the news pertaining to this. And another thing is, when you look at Venus as well, Venus can be associated with art. So this could be something where you might be more apt to analyze art at this time, since you're talking about Venus, transit Venus conjoining one's Mercury. Mercury could be about analysis. So if you're somebody, this could be a time where you might be more of an art critic and critique art at this time more so than usual. If it's in Pisces, for example, it could be very abstract or fictional art at this time. If it's in Gemini, it could be like animated art or like cartoon type, cartoon drawings, for example. Now, another thing too is that remember that this could be time Venus is associated with what we value, and Mercury can be associated, with eyesight. It can be more about valuing, going back to this again with the valuing your eyesight more so than usual, since Mercury can be associated with eyesight, and also even matters with breathing. And this is something as well when you look at Venus. Venus can be associated with peace and tranquility. So this could be a time where, say if you had a situation that was contentious, Mercury could be connected with siblings, cousins, neighbors. If you've had a contentious situation with one or more of those people, this might be the ideal time for a reconciliation. If this is in Libra, it might be done with a lot of persuasion. And say if this is in the zodiac sign Aries, it might be done with a lot of assertive energy, really in a hurry to reconcile with little procrastination or hesitation. So those are some ways that this could, as far as this transit goes, could manifest and pan out at this time as well. And the thing about this too, and remember that Venus is about our enjoyment as well, and it's about money. I mean, this could be a very ideal time for making money, doing something mercurial, something Mercury related, such as anything like with writing, data, satellite communications. Um, it can be doing something that requires dexterity, which could include like juggling, for example, or could be working on vehicles such as auto or refrigeration mechanics. So these are some of the ways. This is how this transit can manifest in many instances, I would say. So anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment. Until next time, people, Edwin Learnard saying, stay well.